anti-sheeple pleaser family. It is M the anti-sheeple pleaser. I am back and I am definitely in the motherfucking building. Happy Sunday, guys. Happy Sunday. Shout out to all my new subs, all my old subs. I appreciate you guys just straight up supporting me. And no, I have not been kidnapped by the Illuminati. I have not been cloned. I'm still me. And no, I'm not scripted. Cut that shit out. Anyhow, a lot of people have been wondering about the soul contract series that I've been doing. So today, being that I've been off for 2 weeks, those of you guys who listen to me often know that I usually do like at least 5 to 6 podcasts every week. So I am probably about 10 podcasts behind. So bear with me, okay? The one that I'm doing today is called Common Soulmate Life Lessons, and it begins as such. Life lessons are a major component of soulmate relationships. If you have been reading our blog for a while now, you are definitely aware of that. Life lessons, karmic lessons, spiritual lessons, personal growth, however you want to define it. If you are in or have ever been in a soulmate relationship, you have had to grow and evolve to a higher place. Soulmate relationships are karmic in nature, and like karmic relationships, they allow us to work through the karma we have agreed to work through in our soulmate agreement, our soulmate contract. Many people operate under the false impression that soulmate relationships are supposed to be deeply connected relationships, full of fun and laughter, great passionate sex, picnics in the park, and long strolls on the beach. If you have ever experienced a soulmate relationship, you can agree that it was no picnic. And by their very nature, soulmate relationships are not designed to be a walk in the park. Let me say this again. We have soulmate relationships because we have agreed with that other soul to have and provide valuable life lessons for each other during our existence on the planet. You have been traveling through time with these same soulmates, life after life, to learn, grow, and evolve into the person you are today. Soulmate relationships do not have to be romantic relationships to provide the personal and spiritual growth. But these relationships seem to provide the greatest opportunities to expand your soul's work. And it is the life lessons that make it so. What are the biggest life lessons in soulmate relationships? There are probably 3 life lessons, usually present in the soulmate karmic life lesson scenario. Those are patience, unconditional love, and faith or trust in the universe. In other words, letting go of the control and realizing you can't control this relationship. When you have contracted with your soulmate for a life lesson in patience, the usual scenario is that one of you in the soulmate relationship will need to leave that relationship for a period of time. You are probably thinking, but how can a soulmate leave if it is a soulmate relationship? Well, soulmates are not forever during the lifetime. They are forever in terms of you have an eternity with them, but not necessarily this entire lifetime. You will be together for a while of intense compatibility and spending considerable time together. Then, for whatever reason, one of you will put on the brakes and either pause the relationship or end it completely. So how can you have the life lessons if you are no longer together? That is exactly where the life lessons began. The lessons to be learned with a soulmate relationship, for the most part, are not the ones you learn while you are closely connected with that person, but how you handle and deal with the separation or ending of the relationship. This is where the growth comes in. Being in the relationship is the easier task. It is the aftermath that will take courage, faith, fortitude, and patience. Now, I am not saying that no life lessons will be learned while you are together, because for some of you, they certainly will. And we'll touch on that later. So many times I have been in soulmate relationships where everything is going great. Then out of the blue, one of the souls gets transferred overseas, and X comes back into the picture with a lot of drama. One of you becomes commitment phobic due to past relationship baggage and is afraid to truly trust their heart and emotions. Someone has an ill family member. Someone loses a job. Whatever the reason, it will be something. Sometimes the two of you talk and decisions are made to end the relationship or put it on hold. Sometimes one of the soulmates just disappears without saying goodbye, without saying anything at all. Regardless, one of you will move on. while the other is left trying to pull their life back together. Let's say, for example, you are in a very intimate, greatly passionate relationship with someone who is your soulmate, but unfortunately, he is already married, and so are you. But it doesn't matter because you both know you belong together. Since you work together, you are able to spend daily time with one another, carrying on in your equal states of bliss. Then your world comes crashing down because he gets fired but manages to find another job right away, but it is on the other side of the country. So he moves away. You know without a doubt you belong together, and even though it will be difficult, you both decide to make it happen. You tell your husband first and move out, and wait for him to tell his wife. When he tells her, however, he feels sorry for her and decides to give it another shot with her to see if there's anything left in their relationship. Whew. Even though the two of you are soulmates and he is aware of it, he feels he owes it to her, and so he stays. And to make sure that he gives it the best shot he can, he also tells you that he can't talk to you for at least 3 months while they try to work things out. He tells you he will contact you in 3 months when he has decided if he will stay with her or come to be with you. Yeah, I've seen that happen a lot. A whole lot. Now, what are you doing? What are you going to do? You really have no choice. You will very clearly be getting several life lessons here. One in patience and one in detachment. Whether you feel you need these two very important life lessons now, you are going to have them. Of course, it is going to be difficult. How could it not be? You have had your heart ripped out and handed to you on a silver platter, and every day will seem like an eternity until you get to that 3-month mark when he will call you. There is nothing like waiting on something that is very important to you that will force you to create patience. And if you are normally an impatient person, the lesson will seem doubly difficult. But obviously you needed it in your lifetime at this particular juncture. You will also have to detach from him and the situation. If you call him, text him, email him, do meditations to draw him to you, pay someone to do reuniting spells, never a good idea anyway, you will only make yourself more miserable because he will not respond to them. Detach, do something else, go somewhere, learn a new skill, take a dance class, and find your connection to God and the universe. You have no choice. You will have to detach to get through this period of time because you cannot control or manipulate what is happening. You have to patiently wait on him. Now, we are not suggesting you sit by the phone and patiently wait for the phone call that comes in 3 months. Get up, live your life, do what you have to do in order to get on with your life. Whether he comes back or not, you still have to experience these life lessons of patience and detachment because it is the only way to get through it. So where does the life lesson of unconditional love come in? Well, again, probably not in the way you may imagine or envision. Let's say you finally reach the 3-month mark and, oh happy day, your soulmate is going to call. When the call comes, you are not quite prepared for what you hear. Your soulmate tells you he has decided to stay with his wife and give it another go. Wow. You are stunned. You are hurt. Your friends are stunned. You were not quite prepared for this, but if you had done the lessons of detachment as per soulmate contract, you will be in a much better space than you would be otherwise. Now you must let go and move on. Letting go of a soulmate relationship can be quite difficult because you came, you think, speak and breathe with him. You wonder if he will ever forget you. How could he? He is a soulmate, and even though the two of you are not together in physical form in this lifetime, you are still spiritually and will be again. Whatever your life lessons are with your current or future soulmate, well, I will go ahead and just end this here. I can say that I can definitely relate to this. I believe that my husband and I are soulmate, and he's definitely experiencing a lesson in patience right now, because he is not back in the house as of yet, and he is working on himself. I am working on myself. And, sometimes when you separate and, you got some things that you need to work out independently, it would be best if you do that before you get back into a relationship. Yeah, sometimes a break is definitely needed, I'll say. But other than that, I will be back on the next podcast talking about the 5 different types of soul contracts that you definitely want to break and how to break them. Toodles, XOXO. Bye, guys.